No, we're not in college. We are. We're on CBS Mornings. And as we start the new year, I am sure many of you are taking shots to ring in the new year. But today we are looking at different ways to reset this January. We're talking about the mocktail. So whether you want to participate in dry January after indulging this holiday season or just want to cut back a little bit, mocktails are increasingly popular and they're such a good way to treat yourself. Sales for non-alcoholic spirits, wine, and beer jumped 32% in 2023, and that is a 1% increase in sales for alcoholic beverages. Wow. Food and Wine's executive wine editor, Ray Isle, is here to share some tasty mocktails and more. Hi, Ray.
Hi, great to be here.
You came bearing gifts.
I came bearing gifts with no alcohol in any of them, which is kind of wild. So yeah, the first one we have up, and I'm going to mix this one because as well, is a non-alcoholic Negroni.
Okay.
And this has been one of the recipes on our site that's done incredibly well. And it's this ritual. Non-alcohol, and the Negronis are incredibly easy. They're 1-1-1.
Very popular.
They're very popular
Gin,
these days.
Campari, vermouth. This is a non-alcoholic gin.
Vermouth. Okay.
A non-alcoholic Liars, which is basically the substitute for the Campari.
The Campari, okay.
And then this Martini and Rossi non-alcoholic vermouth, and mix
it up.
Pour.
Okay.
Drink.
Pour properly, Ray. Come on.
No, it's weird. Without the alcohol, I don't know what I'm doing.
It's delicious.
And it's actually a really remarkable sort of version of a Negroni that is not a Negroni.
And it has like a little bit of a zing from like, that's almost like gin, but it's not.
Yeah, it's got, so the gin substitute has a little pepperiness in it.
Right.
Which kind of, alcohol has a bite. And so you want something that's going to kind of mimic that bite without the alcohol. The next cocktail...
Is this inspired by James Bond? This the one?
This next one's inspired by James Bond. I don't think we're to the point with non-alcoholic cocktails of James Bond saying like, James Bond, I'd like a non-alcoholic vodka.
Yeah, a mocktail.
I don't think that's happening in the next movie, but this is called You Only Live Twice. And it's got this kind of wonderful amethyst lemon cucumber serrano.
Smells beautiful.
In it, and then again a Martini and Rossi white vermouth substitute, and a little tiny bit of champagne vinegar.
That is good.
And it's a delicious
This
cocktail.
is really good.
Yeah, and it's from it's a bar actually in Ardmore, Pennsylvania, Ripplewood. They came up with this, and it's beautiful. I had it and I was like, that's what you want in it fools you. You taste it and you think that's got to have alcohol in it.
Because it's not
like
just
burning a little bit.
It's not just the taste buds, right? It's not just how it dances on the tongue. It's also the notes that you smell. That gives you the feeling that you're replacing an alcoholic beverage.
And this. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say we do so much with wine. We've seen before, and you have two for us.
I brought two wines, and partly because non-alcoholic wine has been really tough in the past. It's been tricky to make one that was actually good. This Eins Zwei Zero, which is German.
That's
Eins Zwei Zero,
The smell.
But the smell. This is a Riesling, and
what? This is wine.
It smells like
wine.
Like wine.
Well, yeah, it smells.
Guys, this smells like wine.
And
it does.
It's really good Riesling for the first part. It's from a really good producer who makes great regular Rieslings. And what they do is they vacuum distill it. You drop the pressure down so that you can boil off the alcohol at like 82 degrees.
Oh.
I got to take that home. My wife loves Riesling.
I mean, this is... I poured, I cheated. I poured this, no, it's really non-alcoholic. I poured it from my mother at Thanksgiving, and I
didn't tell her.
And she was like, I love this wine. This is great.
All right, I'm going to admit.
Sorry, Mom.
That one, not my favorite. I'm sorry, but
and then the
I'm all for
Beaujolais.
bubbles.
Beaujolais Sparkling. Now, this is, again, totally non-alcoholic. It's Italian, but it's Chardonnay that's been treated like champagne in a sense.
Smells just like it.
I went too soon.
Cheers.
And cheers. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Adriana rushing to sip on her drink.
Again.
Talking about this ain't college. What was you doing in college?
Your eyes are like digging into me.
I mean,
that one could
pretty impressive. I did a huge tasting.
This is the winner. This
is really good.
Legitimately tastes like Prosecco or champagne.
My body and my mind are fooled right now.
I know.
Everything tastes like I'm sitting at a bar and it's alcoholic.
So good. Ray, thank you so much. For more from Ray, you can check out the December and January double issue of Food and Wine on newsstands right now.